You know, I blame the millennials for being obsessed with their devices, but a baby boomer invented the iPhone, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs made it more important to have contact with a device than a human. In a sense, we've given up blowjobs for Steve Jobs. Stop praying for your dead, dying relatives on Facebook, okay? Because God is not on Facebook. Facebook is the biggest waste of time in the history of time, and God is insulted by that because he invented time. It can't work like that, like, well, I was going to kill Aunt Mindy, but she got 69 likes, so I'm just pretty for prayer here. I guess give her 6 more months. Next! Please tell me it doesn't work like that. If God was on Facebook, could he have an 11th commandment? Thou shalt not post pictures of cats and lunch. My friend the other day posted, just bought some fruit at a roadside stand. Just bought some fruit at a roadside stand? Well, don't fucking leave me hanging. Did you eat the fruit? Did you ingest the fruit? Did you take a look at the shit after you shit out the fruit with the little teeny bits of fruit? Hashtag fruity poops. And if you can't smoke the hashtag, what the fuck is that? I don't know, just get off my lawn. Generations are so different. I was standing next to a member of the Greatest Generation at the Northside Giant Eagle urinal the other day, the most disgusting urinal in the city. And he's like, I'm trying to whistle. He's whistling while he's pissing. And I'm like, why do Greatest Generation people have to serenade their genitals just to take a leak? You've wondered the same thing. I'm not up to date with all the internet acronyms. For the long time, I thought LMAO was a dyslexic lame-o. Because every time somebody was laughing their ass off, I thought, well, that's lame. This must be a dyslexic lame-o. But for all the people who claim to be laughing their asses off on social network, look around Pittsburgh. There's plenty of people who apparently aren't laughing at all. They haven't laughed in a long time. By the way, skinny jeans, you actually have to be thin in order to fit in them. It's not putting 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. There's a handy public service announcement. All the acronyms we boomers used to be associated with, the CIA and the FBI, they're putting DDT in the food, man. All the acronyms are different now. Now it's like OMG and LOL. I have ADD, what? ADD, what? ADD, what? I'm forming an anti-social network because I'm trying to think outside of the box. It's called Fuck You in the Facebook. So far I've got 69 swallowers. So. I got a blowjob from a millennial barista once, and I thought she swallowed, but she was just swishing it around her mouth, and she hopped over to the toilet, and she spit it out. Perfect little Christmas tree right there in the toilet water. How do the baristas do that? All right, that was questionable. Even though the world's gone crazy, some things are still normal. Mick Jagger is in his 70s, and he just had a baby with a 29-year-old American dancer. But they're not getting married, of course, because he's Mick Jagger. Apparently, if you're Mick Jagger, you can't always get what you want. Michael Phelps, back in his rightful place as the Olympic champion. I couldn't believe when they took him off the cereal box years ago because he got caught smoking a bong on the internet. What possible better marketing tool is there for trying to sell sugary cereal than a guy smoking a fucking bong with the munchies? They should have taken Tony Tiger off the fucking box and put Michael Phelps on there and, hey, Frosted Flakes, man, they're awesome. But if you don't think that this last year in politics is the craziest year ever, then you've got another thing coming. And if you've got another thing coming, you better go to the doctor and get that shit checked out, because only the one thing is supposed to be coming. If you're ejaculating out of your elbow, that's not good. Remember everything that happened. My God, I mean, I'm glad that John Kasich is not in the White House. I'm not thrilled about Donald Trump, but Kasich, we don't need a Yinzer for McKee's Rocks in the White House. From now on, there's going to be freedom fries and all sandwiches and steak dinners. Every steak dinner is going to have a cookie table. Says written, says shall be done. Now get out. Low energy Jeb, remember that guy? I heard he was so distraught when he found out he just couldn't win. He just wanted to sit down and have himself a good cry. And the motherfucker couldn't even muster the energy for that. Low energy. Marco pointing out with the tiny little hands of Donald Trump, Marco Rubio. Let's have a tiny little hand for Marco Rubio for pointing that out. Trump bragging about the size of his schlong. Trump making fun of a news anchor's menstrual cycle. Megyn Kelly's menstrual cycle. That never happened in the history of the world. Years ago, it wasn't like,
I'm Walter Cronkite, CBS News. Candidate Richard Nixon today made fun of my menstrual cycle and I went and cried in the corner like a tiny little girl. I'm Tom Brokaw. Candidate Bill Clinton today made fun of my menstrual cycle and I went in the corner and cried like a tiny little girl.
There really are no news people worth imitating today. Have you noticed that? Remember when Ben Carson endorsed Trump? The power of his narcolepsy is so intense, the squirrel on Trump's head actually fell asleep. These bizarre allegations, Trump saying that Rafael Cruz, Ted Cruz's dad, was palling around with Lee Harvey Oswald before he shot Kennedy? That's ridiculous. Talk about fake news. I did some research, though, and it turns out Bernie Sanders' dad was palling around with John Wilkes Booth. Right before he shot Lincoln. He was angry that Lincoln was hanging around with 1,000 days and 10,000 days. I thought Hillary was outshined by all the other candidates toward the end. I felt sorry for her. It was like she was emailing it in. People say Clinton, why didn't the Clintons just had Trump killed? You know, they killed John F. Kennedy Jr. so he couldn't run against Hillary. They killed Vince Foster. They killed Antonin Scalia. I think Hillary actually let Bill do that one, actually, to smother him with the pillow. Can I do this one, sweetheart? Oh, thank you. I got your Citizens United right here, motherfucker. But you can't have Trump killed because he's an alien from the planet bullshit. They come down here in the middle of the night, they steal our squirrels, they go back to their planet, they permanently affix them to the top of their head, and come down here and rule the world with their evil squirrel magic. Bill doesn't know what he's going to do now. I thought I'd be traveling the world as an emissary for the United States. Not now. Now I'm with Hillary every goddamn day. When she's not running around in the woods looking for some stranger to shoot a selfie with. That's pretty much all she's doing. Goddamn you, Donald Trump. Goddamn you straight to hell. All the silly moments in the campaign. Remember, he was at the convention center. By he, I mean Trump. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to bring back Joe Paterno. That's what we're going to do. Bring back Joe Paterno. So we can turn a blind eye to zombie child molesters? What? You're going to bring people back? Why not bring back Jack Kennedy? Bobby Kennedy, Marilyn Monroe, if only to witness the zombie threesome. I was going to feast upon brains upon my return to here, but so far I only run into Maryland. That's the mayor of the city in the Simpsons, if you're wondering who I was imitating there. Tom Brady, Trump says he's a good, big fan and friend of Tom Brady. I think they do have something in common. They both have deflated balls. But my deflated balls are fantastic. They're amazing deflated balls, like a cheese souffle of deflated testicles. And that I can tell you. Trump says he's got a mandate. The only mandate in Trump's future is the inevitable hookup with him and his bromance Putin. What the fuck is a Reince Priebus? It sounds like something you have to go get the cream for at the drugstore before it gets out of hand. Here, Jimmy's got the Reince Priebus. There, you get the cream? Yeah, you just got it. Oh, but it ain't too late. What is a Reince? Sounds like something Colonel Hogan or Colonel Klink would be yelling at Colonel Hogan. Hogan! Heinz, Heinz, Heinz! So you guys are old like me and you watch reruns of Hogan series. Hogan! I heard Trump stopped going to the intelligence briefings because he went to 2 of them and they just didn't take.